I just wanted to do a short video for you guys today about putting 35s on my 4xe. So one of the questions that I've been getting a lot is, oh wow, you put 35s on, do they fit? Did you need wheel spacers? All that good stuff. So let me go ahead and go over that with you guys right now. So upon purchasing my 4xe, I directly went from the dealership right over to a tire place called Bell Tire. So I'm here in Metro Detroit. We have a bunch of those. We also have Discount Tire. I chose to call Bell Tire just because it was literally down the road from a dealership. And upon calling them, I said, hey, I'm buying this brand new Jeep. Would you guys be willing to buy the original BF Goodrich 285/70/17s that come on this Jeep? And they said, if you literally just drive from the dealer on over, we'll give you $150 per tire. So basically this is $750 for all five. And the result was for me to buy the new 315/70/17s, which we're calling the 35s, I had to pay about $865 out of pocket. So I said, well, you know, okay, maybe I could sell all five of the original stock tires for a little bit more than $750. But just to make things easy, I said, hey, let's do it. So drove to the dealership, went to Bell Tire, they swapped it all out. And there's been no issues, no rubbing. I can't even really tell the difference. Now, I only drove the Jeep stock maybe 5 or 10 miles, just kind of a test drive, and then a couple miles from the dealer over to Bell Tire. But from what I could tell, it feels normal. Doesn't really feel a whole lot different than even when I had 33s on my Sport, because I had Rubicon takeoffs on my Sport. So everything fits fine. So all we did was literally just put the tires onto the stock Rubicon wheels. No spacers, no issues. We were a little bit worried about fitment here on the back, but even that's fitting just fine. So there's still clearance, no problem. And then even down below, there's no issue, there's no rubbing. The tailgate feels fine, doesn't feel like it's too heavy, you know, blah, blah, blah. And really, guys, this has been the case for 3 years now, since the 2018 JL first came out. Guys have been putting 35s on Rubicons without issues, and the 4xe seems to be no different. Now, you may also be asking, well, yeah, that's great. Of course, for driving around, there's no problem. Will we have any issues on trails when it's fully flexed? So I can give you a little bit of help with that, I think. Let me go ahead and drive in the backyard and we'll kind of do a double check. Now listen, for our driving, this is mostly my wife driving this thing, taking the kids to school, driving around town. There are some trails up north, but we're not doing really rock crawling or anything like that. It's just mostly some light trail stuff. So I'll kind of show you what I can here. There is gonna be just a little bit of rubbing back here on this plastic shield, which I'll show you guys in a minute what I'm talking about. Get some flex for you guys. All right, so I got it just kind of up on this little ATV ramp that we use. So it looks like we got plenty of clearance in here. And she's got some good angle. I could probably get up a little higher, but the back tire started to burn out a little bit. And we are fully kind of tucked, but again, got plenty of clearance. You know, we're not touching anywhere. Stick my hand all the way through. So the closest, of course, is just back here with this inner plastic shield. And that's real close. That's maybe a ½ inch. So it's possible you may kind of rub a little bit on that inner splash shield, but that shouldn't cause any issues. The final thing I want to mention about this mod, guys, is that you will need to recalibrate your speedometer if you want to. There's some products out there, one called the Taser that I know a lot of guys use. You can look that up online. That'll be used to recalibrate for tire size, for gearing, for different things. So for me, at about 75 miles an hour that's indicated on the gauges, according to GPS, I'm going about 80 miles per hour. So I got about 5 miles off on the expressway, and maybe 2 or 3 mile per hour difference at lower speeds, like 40 to 50 miles per hour. So it's a little bit off. As long as you kind of keep that in mind, you're fine. You know, in the case of going to a larger tire, the gauges are actually kind of under-reporting. So in my case of having a lease, maybe it's a little bit better for under-reporting the mileage, right? But you know, it's not a huge deal. I think for me, we're just going to roll with it. But if that's something that bothers you, there are ways to get that fixed as well. And that's really it. I just wanted to help a few people out. If you're thinking about putting 35s onto your 4xe, just know that, hey, I've done it. Nothing blew up, everything's going fine. So I would definitely recommend it. Now, there are some other videos where I showed you kind of the mileage impact. We're getting around like 20, maybe 21 miles on a full charge with the 35s, where with stock tires, I know one guy with the Sahara, which comes factory with 20s, I think 20-inch wheels, I think he's gotten something like 25 or 28. But again, guys, there's a lot of variables here. We're in Michigan, it's pretty flat. There's not really a lot of hills. So, if you have a lot of hills, that can help with regen, that could give you longer range, for example. So all those things are gonna make a difference, right? We probably tend to drive with a heavier foot than a lot of people too, because frankly, I don't care a lot about gas mileage. I care more about performance, which is really why I bought this thing, right? For 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of freaking torque, right? So anyway, guys, that's it. That's gonna be it for this one. We'll see you guys on the next one. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and keep following me for more videos and tips. Take care.